My goal is to create a brand by representing individuality and confidence. I wanted to make fashion more accessible and inspiring to show how to express yourself through fashion.
When I started my clothing line, my goal was to show people how to express themselves through style and fashion. And I went through a lot of obstacles getting this off the ground. I went through low budgeting, not having enough models.
Toughest part was reaching out to models getting rejected and ignored, but it was hard because I believed in myself and my designs, but without help, I felt stuck.
Well, the toughest moments I could say was the low budgeting and not having help or not having models. And it got to a point at one point in time I was questioning myself, did I even want to do this anymore?
After getting rejected and ignored, I realized the only way to move forward was to do it myself. It was nerve wracking at first, but once I embraced it and people connected to my story, it helped my brand grow.
The most I affected was I got behind the camera and I just had to figure it out for myself. I set up the tripod and I went for what I knew. It was some trial and errors, but we got through it and here we are now. My biggest lesson, I would just say keep going. Times are gonna be hard. And you're gonna feel like you don't want to do this. You're gonna have second guess that this is what you really want to do. But you can't let that discourage you. You have to keep going. You have to prove yourself. You have to prove to everyone else that this is what you want. If you don't want it, no one else is gonna want it for you.
The biggest lesson is obstacles turning into opportunities. If something don't work, find a new way, believe in yourself, and keep moving.
I learned that every challenge comes with a solution, and I had to come up with a lot of solutions on all this. It was a lot, but well, as I said before, it was trouble with budgeting, it was trouble with modeling. And like I said, I set up my tripod and I had to tell myself that I had to believe in myself and no one else would. Got in front of that camera, it was some trial and errors, but we got through it. And I wanted to show people that I'm not just selling clothes. I'm selling my brand's message. And with the right support, right motivation, you can drive to do anything.
Finding resources, gaining exposure, and managing everything on my own from designing to marketing. I reached out to models, influencers, and even friends, but most were unavailable or expected high fees I couldn't afford. What motivated me was like seeing people in it, seeing people wear it, like, and knowing that it came from me or whatever, just made me want to keep going.
One of my biggest moments I could say I felt discouraged with this whole brand would be the not having models or the low budget I had. I really just had to step up and put a faith in myself and God. It's like I had to basically take it out on the wing, do what I could with the little bit of money and space I had to make something that I knew I wanted for myself. Not even for myself, but for my brand, for the person that I knew I wanted to be, the person I wanted my brand to become. I knew what I wanted, and I took a leap of faith and I got it.
It forced me to be respectful. I had to learn photography and styling and even editing so everything could work without me hiring professionals.
The decision to model my own clothing, I felt like who would be a better model than myself? And who could see this brand and this image that I have in my head better than myself? who knew? And like I said, it gave me more to create. It gave me more stuff to create. It gave me a space to where I could just creatively flow. It was me in a room by myself with a camera, and I just went for what I knew. My first self photo shoot experience. It was hard, but I bought me a camera shutter, and I went for what I know. I set my tripod up. I did a couple. It was really trial and error with this because I couldn't get the camera shutter to work. I couldn't get the right angles for the camera. It was a lot going through this, but I overcame it, and I got some really good photos that day. I'm really proud of it.
First with the setting up the equipment, posing and running back and forth, but after all the errors, I figured out that lighting and angles will make it look more professional.
The turning point would be when I got the calls, the texts, the DM, everything. It was that I was finally getting my dream. It was when you sell a brand, you want to connect with the outside world. You want people to see that you're not just doing this for a piece of dollar. You're doing this to create a movement. You're doing this to show that you can be creative, you can be spontaneous, all through fashion.
It forced me to be respectful. I had to learn photography and styling and even editing so everything could work without me hiring professionals.
But every challenge was a lesson, and I honestly wouldn't trade it for anything. The turning point would be when I got the calls, the texts, the DM, everything. It was that I was finally getting my dream. It was when you sell a brand, you want to connect with the outside world. You want people to see that you're not just doing this for a piece of dollar. You're doing this to create a movement. You're doing this to show that you can be creative, you can be spontaneous, all through fashion.
When people started reaching out saying they were inspired by my journey and wanted to support my brand,
But every challenge was a lesson, and I honestly wouldn't trade it for anything.
first some were surprised, but overall positive response. People appreciated the creativity behind it. I adapted to deal with customers by like having conversations with them and like getting to know them better. Cause everybody different, so like everybody come off different ways. Some people respectful, some people disrespectful. But like me knowing who I am, like I just carry myself a different way and be more polite, knowing because somebody could be going through anything or anything could be happening. Like anything could happen that day, or why they could not be in a good mood or having a bad day or anything. So I just learn how to carry myself, be respectful. Whether people come off to me bad or good, I just still, and that's how I adapt. Success isn't about avoiding obstacles, but learning how to work around them and stay persistent. Success is seeing people wear my design and being confident in them. It's also about personal growth and staying true to my vision.
People responded to me modeling my own brand by they loving it. I was getting comments, I was getting calls. They was literally just loving it. I was showing people that I wasn't just selling a brand, I was selling a message with my brand. I was giving them authenticity, I was giving them fashion, I was giving them style, I was giving them what they wanted. My goal to bring to the fashion industry was a new intake on fashion. To show people that you can express yourself through style and fashion. And I really wanted to build a brand that wasn't just about selling clothes. It was giving people a new perspective on fashion.
Start with what you have, stay consistent, and don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone.
The advice I would give is do it now. Don't wait. Don't wait until you got the budget or the models. Do it now. Take the creativity. I learned to step out of your comfort zone and that self promoting is not bragging. It's about showing that you can be comfortable and you're shining on the light on your brand that you want other people to see.
It showed me confidence is built through action. The more I put myself out there, the more I believe in my abilities.
I can see our brand being so much. It's not just shirts, jogging suits, fanny packs. It's a lot that we can do with this brand. Or it can be, we turn it into a luxury brand, perfume, maybe. It's a lot you can do with this brand.
Yeah, like anything, like we was thinking about making like jogging pants, jogging suits, like a whole jogging suit, socks, headbands, hats, whatever, like just to expand it, put more merchandise out there.
It's really more we expanding. I just don't want to be stuck in, oh, they just got a little t-shirt business. It's more than that. It's more than a t-shirt business. It's an empire.
Yeah, we started with the t-shirts, but for sure, like when they expand and put more stuff out there.
I see my brand bigger and better. Bigger collaborations, bigger designs, just bigger everything. And also staying true to where we came from. And always remembering that
Expanding into larger markets, collabing with other designers, and building a strong community around my brand.
I just want the brand to grow and expand to something that could be an empire. I want to look back 5 years from now and be like, this little business we started in the basement from nothing, selling $5 t-shirts. So just giving away product. And so now we're a multi-million-dollar company, having what we want, we got models, we're not low budgeting, we have the perfect space, we have all the team. We have the motivation to do this now, and that's what I want. Looking back, I just want to be like, this was all worth it. It was all worth it. The blood, the sweat, the tears, it was all worth it.
Motivation is like the key to everything. Like without motivation, you're not going to do it because it's like motivation brings energy. It makes you want to get up and do something once you motivated. Like the word motivation is it play a big part of everything.
And I can honestly say, when we first started this brand, it was no motivation. Honestly, we wanted to give up every day. From the low budgeting to not having no support, no models. It was just so much. And it was just like, we was coming to each other with ideas, but it was like we could never take off with these ideas because we never had the funds. We never just, it was always something always stopping us with what we had to do. And it was like, it was a lot of obstacles with this. And like I said, I don't want to look back and just be like, we finally made it. This is my brand. I got to make it for myself.
It's like when you start something, like you gotta sit down and plan everything out and know what you want to do before you kind of do it. So like you could know everything and get already have your knowledge on what you're doing. Because without that, you could kind of take a step
skip over a step and might have to go back and then mess everything up. So
And I can honestly say when we started this brand, we was not ready. We didn't have a clue about running a brand, but it was something that we knew we wanted to do. We didn't know about marketing. We didn't know about cameras. We didn't know about editing. We jumped out there on a leap of faith and we figured it out day by day.
and once you want to, like, once you know what you want to do, you start, like, because you got to start somewhere. So you got to start with whatever you got, you know.
Even if what you got is small, do it. Even you could be doing it in your room, honestly, behind a backdrop. Just do it. That's about the only advice I really can give you. Because I wish we would have started when we did. We was looking for models, better budgeting, better lighting, and we should have just jumped off in here and what with our first how we started up anyway, with just us and the camera.
The people gonna act like bougie or like people that's already up to where they want to be. They gonna ignore you, like
People not gonna want to see. People not gonna want to help you until you somewhere with them or in the room with them, and it's just like when I was struggling, nobody helped me. So. But every challenge was a lesson, and I honestly wouldn't trade it for anything. One thing I would do different with my whole brand was trying to find models with better budgeting. I would have took off when I first decided I wanted to do this brand. It's about it's I feel like I waited so long and I could have just done it all by myself. I was waiting for the right resources, the right people. And I didn't take off when I was supposed to. But every challenge was a lesson, and I honestly wouldn't trade it for anything.
I would have trusted myself sooner instead of looking for a perfect opportunity or looking for validation.
So, what are your plans for the future with the brand?
Uh, just build it up, like get somewhere with it. Make sure we do something positive with it, and help people out that's trying to do the same thing that we doing.
So, what kind of shirts have you mostly been selling?
I'll say black, cause like black with everything. How about you?
Gray.
Gray.
Gray got the highest sales last week.
I'll say white was just shaking for me too, cause white and black, white and black was everything.
Yeah, I feel like we should do a yellow one. It's a pop of color.
I'll do green for money too. Do green.
Maybe red. We could do blue, maybe navy blue. Royal blue. We do so many blues.
I can't wait till we do the socks though and the joggers.
Speaking of the socks, we still have to figure out a design for that.
Gotta figure out.
It's not about what you're working with or what you have during the time. It's about what you can do with it. It's about how much time, work, dedication you put into it. And it's about if you actually want it. And
My biggest lesson was like trying to get people to do stuff for me was like it was kind of different than me doing it myself. Doing it myself would be better because like people would not want to move when I want them to move. That's just anybody in the world. But like when you get stuff done yourself, you feel me? You get more stuff done. So like doing stuff yourself would be like a better option with anything.
I also feel like when you're working by yourself, you answer to yourself. You know what you want. You get more creativity. You get a better headspace. So just think about what you want without having to talk to 100 different people, tell them where to go, position them, position them. It's one person, you and the camera.
So the brand name is Designed for Mine.
And when we came up with design for mine, it was more of a urban type of thing. It was more of a urban outfitter type of thing. It was more of a revolving around FUBU, and because they gave a urban type of culture in their designs and their marketing, and that's where we got our idea from. We just wanted to give more to the Black community.
And give back, like, it makes
And make sure that nobody feel like they were being left out. But I'm not gonna say that our brand is just for the Black community, because it's not. Our brand is for whoever like it. You can be black, white, it don't matter what you are. We're not putting a label on anybody when we come to this clothing. We're doing it to make everybody feel like they're known. Nobody's an outsider.